Okay, so today we will understand the difference between the reference and the duplicate option in Power Query. So first of all, we will try to understand how does the reference option works in Power Query. Now, suppose this is a table that is reflecting uh, top 45 movies, uh, right? And we want to see how does the reference work. So what I'll do, I'll just right click on this table. I see this reference option. So as soon as I click on this reference option, what happens is a similar table is getting created with exact same name. Let's see. Yeah, as we can see, this is a newly created table with exact 45 rows. So I will just rename this table as reference, right? And as you can see, this the latest state of the uh, source table is copied when we used the reference option. That means it is reflecting the latest state of the source table. Now, this is a one thing that we have understood from the reference option. Now, suppose the first one is a source table. If suppose I am making any kind of a change in this table, let's say if I change, if I remove the bottom 5 rows, then what will happen is the count will change to 40 from 45. Earlier there were 45 rows. Now as we can see, there are 40 rows in the source table. Now the exact same thing should reflect in the reference table. Let's see if that is happening or not. I'll just click on reference table, and as we can see, the number of rows or the number of movies are 40. What does it mean? It simply means that there is a direct connection between the source table and the reference table. Whatever changes we make in the source table, same changes will reflect in the reference table. Basically, the latest state of the source table will reflect in the reference table. So this is how the reference option works. Now let's talk about the duplicate option. How does it work? What I'll do the exact same thing. At this point of time, as we can see, the latest state of the table is reflecting 40 rows. I'll just right click and use the duplicate option. Again, new table is getting created. I will rename this table as duplicate so we do not get confused with the name. And let's see what is here. So in this table, as we can see, the number of rows are again 40. That means duplicate, just like reference, is giving us the latest state of the source table. Now let's do one thing. We will make some changes in the source table, and let us see if those changes are visible in the duplicate table. So I'll just again I'll do the same thing. I'll just remove the bottom, let's say I'm removing bottom 3 rows. That will give me the count of source file as 37. Let's see. Yes, it is 37. So source file has got 37 rows. Now let us see if the same thing is reflecting in the duplicate table. I'll just click on this, and if you see the count, it is reflecting as 40. Now what does it mean? It means that duplicate table or the duplicate option does not have the direct connection with the source table, right? So that is the basic difference between the reference and the duplicate. Both options, reference and duplicate, will give you the latest state of the source data. However, afterwards, whatever operations we perform in the source table, those will reflect in case of reference, but in case of duplicate, it will not reflect, right? So this is the basic difference between the reference and the duplicate. Also, one more thing, since there is a direct dependency of this source table, as I said, there is a direct connection between the source table and the reference table. I will not be able to delete the source table directly because there is a reference to it. If you see this error message, it is stating that the query cannot be deleted because it is being referenced by another query with the name reference. I hope you understood the difference. Thank you.